we're here.
You brought me to this?
Yes.
You wrote to me and asked me to come help build
Yes.
a wall.
Yes, I told
But
you. I told you
this is a
that we were
mess.
going to Jerusalem and we were building. Yes. Did I not tell you that it was in rubble? This is rubble.
I did not expect this.
Okay. I know.
This is crazy.
Okay, it's
I-
not. It's not. It's.
I can't work in these conditions.
Wait a minute. How about, you know what? I just realized you don't know the whole story, do you?
Obviously not.
All right, before we get started, let me tell you the story. So
Catch me up here.
it starts with Nehemiah. You've heard of Nehemiah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what his job is?
Now.
He's the cupbearer for the king. Do you know what that means? So that means that, okay, you know, kings, I don't know if they're paranoid or they really do get people try to kill them a lot. But the cupbearer, Nehemiah is the cupbearer, and every day before the king drinks his wine, Nehemiah has to take a sip of it. Do you know why Nehemiah has to take a sip of the king's wine before the king drinks it?
Well, if Nehemiah dies, then it's poisoned. If
Then-
Nehemiah lives, then the king can drink it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So he is a cupbearer.
Okay.
So, but he's a super happy guy. Like he's a super.
No. Because in that job, he should be like really,
No.
really scared and
No,
sad
no,
because
no, no.
but if he drinks poison wine, he's gone.
So, but Nehemiah wasn't. He's not that kind of guy. But all of a sudden, he was really sad. And do you know why he was sad?
Because he's a cupbearer.
No, because he heard that the walls of Jerusalem were in rubble and that the city of Jerusalem was unprotected and it was a mess and that it needed to be fixed. And God, he talked to God, he listened to God, and he realized that something needed to be done. But he's just one guy, he's a cupbearer. So he was really sad, he was praying, but he was still sad because things were in such bad shape. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
They were in rubble. So it was so different for Nehemiah to be sad that the king asked him what was wrong. The king said, Nehemiah, what's wrong? Why are you so sad?
The king cared that much.
The king. And so a lot of people would have been scared to tell the king anything.
Yeah.
But Nehemiah was listening to God. He trusts God. And so he told the king about Jerusalem and what was happening and how the walls were in rubble and that God was calling him and that he felt like he needed to listen to God, but he didn't know what to do. And do you know what the king said?
Get back to drinking the wine?
No. He said, I will help. He said, I will help.
The king was
The
going to help
king.
his cupbearer.
So Nehemiah heard about Jerusalem. He listened to God. He's so faithful to God. And he knew that even though it was going to be really hard and that he might have to do some hard things, he felt like he needed to do something about it. So he prayed. He prayed a lot. He prayed about this a lot. He was always praying, God, what can I do? What do you want me to do? And he listened, and the first thing he did was talk to the king. And the king said, okay, I'll help. I will give you some time, and I will give you some supplies, and I will help if you can figure this out.
Wow.
And so that's what happened. Even though Nehemiah knows it's going to be really hard, he listens to God, he trusts God, and so here we are.
Wait, so Nehemiah listens to God
Yes.
and comes here.
Yes.
And you, my friend,
Yes.
listened to God
Yes.
and wrote to me,
Yes.
and here I
Isn't
am
God
too.
amazing?
That is
But
amazing.
you just said something. Nehemiah came here. I want to tell you that part of the story, but I think we better get to work.
Probably.
But before we get to work, let's say a prayer, and then while we're working, I'll tell you the story about when he came to check out Jerusalem. So that'll be the next story.
Okay.
But let's take a deep breath. Dear God, thank you for always being with us. Thank you for Nehemiah and him trusting you and listening to you. We now want to trust and listen to you. We know this is going to be hard, But with you with us, we can do anything. We love you and thank you. Amen. All right,
Amen.
let's figure out. Let's go see what we can do to get started.
Okay.
All right.